The mobile phone, it's a tool, it's a technology. It's like fire. It can cook your food or it can burn down your house. And it is an enormous contributor to our distraction, our disconnection. And this is documented evidence. The mobile phone, the smartphone, it's a tool, it's a technology. It's like fire. It can cook your food or it can burn down your house. In some cases, the phone is great. Things like Google Maps, never lost, in emergency, being able to contact people. I mean, there's a lot of great value in it. And it is an enormous contributor to our distraction, our disconnection, depression. And this is documented evidence. But here's the thing, like with any tool, we get to decide how to use it. The problem is not the phone itself. The problem is how we let ourselves be used by it. And this is where we have to take control. First it was TVs and video games and then computers and this, we're going to keep having more and more technology that is designed to distract us. And of course, wherever there's money involved, it's worse. So when commercials came on TV shows became much more with violence and sex and this and that because they needed people to watch in order to get money from advertisers. So you started seeing much more sensationalism stuff. It's where the news channels started essentially fighting for who can grab people's attention worse. Because all their money comes from advertisers. Same now with smartphones. But just as we have the ability to turn the TV off, or we have the ability to change the channel, we have the ability with our phones, and I very strongly recommend that people use it. I don't think that the highest goal here is to somehow imagine that we're going to reprogram our minds to be able to be efficient, effective, happy, peaceful, connected, while we are simultaneously being distracted every 6 seconds. Physical evolution doesn't work so fast. We are the result of tens of millions of years of evolution. Our brains are not going to evolve quickly enough to allow us to live healthily, mentally, with these devices in charge. We've got to use our control over them. And the great thing is they all have the ability to use control. Turn off your notifications. Put on Do Not Disturb. My phone is pretty much on Do Not Disturb from about 9:30 at night to about 8:30 in the morning. Now, if it rings, you program it. Do you have close family members who might call you if it's an emergency? Great. Put them all in as favorites. You can program it in such a way if any of them calls, it rings through. You can see messages. It's not that you can't see them. It just doesn't bleep or ring or beep or vibrate or give you some kind of notification. Doesn't do anything. I've programmed my phone to shut down all of my apps, except the phone, 10 o'clock at night to 8 o'clock in the morning. Now, I can override it if I need to send an important message, or I'm traveling somewhere in the morning, I need to be in touch with the driver. You can override it. Just says ignore limit for today. You can override it. But the point is, this is stuff you've got to do. And it's all there. It's all easy. 5 minutes of programming. I didn't pay for any special software or apps or anything. It's all built into the phone. Just use it. I mean, to get notifications for social media in general is just absurd. No one should ever get a notification for social media. There's no reason for that whatsoever. There's no reason to get notifications for WhatsApp groups unless the group is like your kids. Program it. Where are the places that you get urgent information? Maybe a text message, maybe an individual WhatsApp, maybe a phone call. Okay. Notifications for those 3 stay on, everything else is off. You want to check Facebook? No problem. Click on Facebook. It's right there. But you don't need it constantly sending you things. Just spend some time figuring out how you can make this device work for you rather than you working for it. Because otherwise, it'll absolutely. It steals our concentration. It steals our attention. It's programmed to do that by people with gazillion dollars, way smarter technologically than we are, so don't think you can outsmart them. Just use your power of autonomy, the same power that parents have used with kids as long as TVs have existed, where parents say, turn off the TV now, it's time to go to bed. Or no TV till your homework's done. No TV at the dinner table, right? I mean, we remember these rules when we were growing up, those of us my age and older. I don't know why parents these days are so much more afraid to put in rules. You see kids sitting at tables in restaurants on their phone, on their iPad, playing video games, watching movies. I didn't know anybody who was allowed to watch TV while they ate dinner. There were rules. And if our parents didn't give them to us for the smartphone, well, you got to give them to yourself. Reparent yourself. But if you don't put those rules on it, nobody will. Do not expect the manufacturers of the devices or of the apps. They don't have your best interest at heart. They have their pocketbook at heart. Just like it's like expecting the makers of alcohol or cigarettes or something to kind of leap out of the advertisement and say, wait, don't buy this. They've got a business to run. But just because they advertise it doesn't mean we have to drink it or smoke it. There's always been temptations. We've always had to exert our mind over the pull of temptations and advertisements and whatnot. And this is just a new form of that. It's definitely a bit more insidious. It's more powerful. You got to carry it with you all the time. But just consider it a challenge. And just make sure that you're always using it rather than it using you.